content creator, Kimberly Lane Roberts. I empower women entrepreneurs by sharing wealth solutions on my show, Wealth in Women with Kimberly. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Wealth in Women with Kimberly. I'm Kimberly Lane Roberts, your host and content creator. And today we have an amazing show. We have a wonderful guest. We have Dr. Somar Nahas, and we're going to talk about a holistic approach to a woman's health. So you are in the right place and space if that's what you're looking for. So before we get started on the topic of the day, a lot of you always like to ask, how can you work with me? We are the average of the top 5 people we spend the most time with. So the way to up your game is to one of two ways is to one, find an executive coach, or two, join a peer advisory group in your area where you have people that are as driven as you are and maybe even have achieved more than you have. If you sit in the Bay Area, please reach out to possibly be a candidate for my Bay Area Vistage Chief Entrepreneur Peer Group. And no matter where you sit, I am taking some new clients for executive coaching, and we can discuss that over Zoom as well. But please reach out to performanceinternational.com. All right. So today we have a wonderful show. We are going to talk about Dr. Nahas's journey, how she became a successful gynecological OBGYN, what her journey to that path has been. It hasn't always been easy. 3 steps to have your own interpretation of holistic health for you as a woman, and why hope and mindset help take you to a better place. So without further ado, let's bring up Dr. Somar Nahas.
Hi, Kimberly. Thank you so much for having me on your amazing show. I'm so honored that you accepted me and invited me in such an amazing show. And the main reason why I'm so excited to be part of this show is you are empowering women. And this is my whole journey in life is to empower women and to make them feel how we feel and to give them tools that maybe society or their family didn't give them. So I'm so excited to be with you today.
No, wonderful to have you. It's individuals like you, awesome women like you, that really make the show what it is. And thanks for taking time out of your busy day. I know you've got a family, kids, a thriving career. It's not just a career. It's you're really working towards moving women's health in a positive direction holistically. So just to give a little background to the audience, you are Division Director of Gynecologic Oncology, that's a mouthful, and Oncology and Minimally Invasive Surgery in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at the University of California, Riverside School of Medicine. You are also really driven to address the issues around women's health, not only from a medical perspective, but a holistic perspective. And I want to jump into that. So tell us a little bit about what your approach is to women's health from where you sit in all your education and what your journey has been.
I think my main interest and everything I read about and everything how I look in at life is one focus and one focus only. We have today, the past we can't change, the future we don't know if we have it or not. So you have to really truly fully live the moment to the full potential. No regrets about the past. Learning, yes, but regrets won't help. Depression about the past won't help. It will be chaining you down. And look for the future, but don't be obsessed with the future because we have now, we have the moment. So when I go, obviously you have to be mentally healthy, physically healthy to kind of go toward that happiness goal. It all is as a package. So my daily routine is I focus very focus on my health. I go to the gym almost every day if I can. In the past, I struggled. I was not always in a good shape. It was always in my mind to stay healthy, look beautiful, feel beautiful, because it kind of puts all the package together. But then I read one of the books saying that it's that a lot of the issues is people putting the gym as an optional, and you
Mm.
put everything else as a schedule. Lunch is a schedule, work is a schedule, gym is optional. No, gym or running or whatever hobby you do to stay active is not optional. It's part of your schedule. So you pick a time a day and that's it, no matter what. And since I've been doing this for the last 7 years, it just gave me nothing but confidence and joy. Stay close to your family because no, we're all full of issues. If we want to find things in a partner or a friend or a family to keep complaining about, oh, that will be abundance of negative things. But if we stay positive and what's beautiful about that individual, then we can just see it from a better perspective, and believe that we also have issues. So it's as long as we keep positivity all there, that's, I think, what just puts that beautiful smile on our faces, and it's sincere because it's really true from the heart. And anything you do it to the max. Like if I am making lunch, or cooking or inviting people or doing work surgeries, I of course I take it serious, but it's not to the serious that I'm giving an anxiety with the people around me. I put some music, do some moves, and bring everyone to the table. Believe me, that the task that was not pleasant becomes like a joy to do. And no restriction on age. A lot of people is like, how your age, and you don't behave your age in a good way. It's just we put a lot of chains around ourselves by listening to societies, prioritizing society, prioritizing what our friends thinks about us, prioritizing, oh my gosh, I'm looking good or bad. As long as you're not doing anything that is crossing lines or inappropriate, if you want to dance until you're 95, go for it. If you want to jump up and down because you're happy, go for it. If you want to kiss and hug and run, do it. I think this is also something that we limited ourselves with the society and what the society expect from us so much, to the point that is suffocating us. So I don't live by any of those rules. It gets me in trouble sometimes, but it's joy more than trouble.
I love the way you live. I'm definitely adopting that. And so I'm sure you transfer that knowledge, or that's how you work with your patients and just
100%. I
help
see
them.
them. Yeah, I see them. They come. My mom was sick, so I'll give you a little perspective about my dad. Unfortunately, with illness, dad and mom lived with them through the hospitals from a little bit when I was young. I was obviously loving them so much, but then I saw the wealth. My dad was wealthy, money financially, but the most wealth that he gave me is the wealth of the joy. Because if you're not happy, no money, no partner, no kids, no trips, being in the most beautiful place in the universe. If you're not happy with the wealth of happiness, nothing means anything. So that's, I think, the only wealth, the main wealth. Obviously, everything you work hard, you make money, you make a family, you have a beautiful partner, but it all falls under that umbrella. If you're happy, you will make everyone around you happy, and that just takes it to the next level. My patients, I always learned from my journey with my parents, seeing a lot of doctors, being in the hospital months in at a time. I saw some good, a lot of bad, and not
Mm,
because not how they practice. They practice medicine. I think they practice all to a decent level. They meant well, I'm sure. But then when they came in, the cold people, the look in their eye, that when they didn't connect emotionally, that
mm.
was so painful. So, and they don't teach this in schools. They don't teach it in medical schools. So I teach my students, and when I go in, I say, when before you go in, no matter what your day was in your personal life, when you come in through that door, you're obligated. We are so lucky to have to do. We're honored. Like I didn't born to be a doctor. It was, of course, hard work, but also the universe gave this job to me, so I have to honor it. So you go to the patient and you say, this is my mom or my sister or my dad. What would I want? How would I want to share anything with her, sad and good? The little touch, the little look, the lowering your voice, the lowering your eye to their eye level. Sometime a hug. Obviously, it has to be appropriate,
Right.
but oh my God, they feel, they sometimes they squeeze me hard and they say, you made us feel good. That makes my day. That I go home smiling with the big smile on my face, feeling so fulfilled. And it makes a hard day of work so pleasant as well, so satisfying. Sorry,
Uh,
I talk a lot because I'm
no,
so
that's wonderful. It's wonderful, but
fascinated
I want to
about
call
that.
that as a really transformational insight and a great share, because you felt like you were led, the universe guided you based on what you saw, unfortunately, with your parents going to the hospital and dealing with physicians, but you saw the disconnection. I'm big on connection, by the way. I have a book called Connections Change Everything, but just
Yeah.
that connection, that human element is so important. And any relationship we have with any client relationship, and especially as a physician. And I used to call on doctors. I used to work for Boston Scientific and sell medical devices and also
You see it
pharmacology
all.
and things like
Yeah.
right. So it's like, they just
Yeah.
um don't, that whole bedside manner, they're not taught that, right? So and just good for you, Summer, for just realizing that emotional connection, that emotional safety you're bringing to them is so important. Oh my gosh, I wish I was near you. I'd make you my doctor, right? So
No, I wish you're healthy and you don't need a doctor. That's even better.
perfect. So kind of my share here is that many of you might have heard this term before, this phrase before. Hardship can make us bitter or can make us better. And obviously for you, and like myself, we have taken our hardships and really turned that into something better. And in your case, especially how you can serve others. You're really focused on serving others. And I love that. And I also like the foundation that you've set for yourself so that you can serve others. Your self-care, your working out in the morning, being healthy, being joyful is huge. So tell me some other ways you help yourself be joyful.
It was sometime there you can't help it. Every now and then you have an issue in life that it takes you a little bit from that momentum. I hear there are few books that maybe I listen to maybe 6, 7 times, and I do the audible because my drive is long. Like one of them is The Power of Now. That book is close and dear to my heart because it brings me back. Focus on now. Focus on now. Look at your surroundings, go in depth with everything beautiful around you. If you do that, there is nothing that you can't solve. And obviously there are hardships in life. Life means ups and downs, otherwise it's flat, otherwise we're dead. But it will really bring you back to that positivity because you don't want to lose positivity. That if you lose positivity, that's it, you go into like a vicious hole of like being lost in darkness. And I think if you just focus on that light, what's around you. Okay, I have this is hard, but this is good. I have this is bad, but I can go to this and make myself feeling good. I go to bed and every day I say, okay, I wish my mom was alive. I can hug her and kiss her. So I go to the bed I try to make an effort of like kissing and my daughter goes like a teenager. He's like, no, 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 stay away. I'm like, no, 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 heal me. Give me a hug, deep, deep, big, big hug. Give me a kiss. Mommy needs it. Mommy needs to heal. So and it's real. And I'm sure that will also translate to her one day and she will do the same one day. But it's, you don't lose perspective for a second for anything that's sad, including the saddest thing in life, to still see the positive around you because there are plenty of it as well. It's our choice.
Yeah, and that's kind of what your share to your younger self is,
Yeah.
to always be hopeful, determination. But it's also that mindset of, I'd like to say it's even more than being optimistic. It's really looking for the good, the joy in any situation. And I truly believe that in any hardship, really, there is beauty in there is love, and can be eventually joy. We just don't see it immediately. And if you go where you see the light, so to speak,
Yeah,
Summer. So I really appreciate that. I think that's just a
of
great, great,
course.
great piece. And you mentioned The Power of Now. Another book that you might like is called The Surrender Experiment with I think it's Michael Singer. Have you heard of this book before?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah. See, it's just about surrendering to whatever happens to your life, to your day in every minute, as that's your purpose and where you're supposed to go. And it makes life a lot easier when you do that versus and being present, like you talked about. So
Of course.
um, anything else you'd like to share with the audience?
Don't let anyone pull you down. Like if I go, like you asked me about what's the advice you tell yourself or give yourself from my younger version of me. Um, don't let these people in your life. Like I tried so much, so hard when I was younger to please because I'm positive and I want everyone to be happy. I was always like that. But then I wasted so much energy on people that I shouldn't waste my energy on. Block them. Try Obviously, you don't want to be that person that just not appreciate people. You have to try them. You have to give them chance, appreciation. But after some time, if negativity is what the aura around these people, just let them go. Let them go and focus on many other things in life that brings you happiness, because you can't change the universe. So just just sometimes you just have to let go.
Yeah,
Leave it.
you have a
Oh,
choice. Like you talked about, you
yes.
have a choice. You can choose to hang around and keep trying to get that person to like you or be with you, or you could just go where there is somebody who already likes you and loves you and creates joy in your life, or do something for yourself at that moment, right? I totally agree with that. Wonderful, wonderful. So we will have what's the best as far as, would you like people to go to your website? Would you like people to email you if they have any interest, or what's the best way to
Absolutely.
get?
Email me, text me. I would love to empower women. I would love to help them. And I would love to tell every single man and woman, but especially women, because they're close to my heart. You are beautiful. You are powerful. Even if you don't know it, see it, thrive with it, and just believe it. Because if you don't believe it, no one would ever see it. It has to be coming from within first.
Yes. In order for other people to believe it, you've got to believe it. Very well said.
Yes,
So I'm going to drop you down. I'll come back and see you in just a second. So hold tight. I'll be right there. Okay.
of course.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining this wonderful show today. I will have the contact information for Dr. Somar Nahas in the show notes. So feel free to reach out to her. She is a great individual, as you've seen. We could have even spent another 15 minutes on our conversation, but due to time, we cut it short. But she may be back in the future. So look for that. As always, I like to close out the show by saying wealth comes from how you feel in your heart, the love that you share, and the intentions you set. Join us next Tuesday, as always, 9 a.m. Pacific time on this channel, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now. You can learn more about my services and products at performanceleadershipinternational.com. Make sure to join me every week on the SWE Media Network YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.